Excited to feature this card, to say the least. This is one of those offerings that kind of makes your heart flutter a little bit. You look at it upon first glance, you're like, oh, that's just the 97 game jersey, and then you take a double take and realize it's actually the autographed variant. And then you kind of start, making sure that you can still feel your pulse. For trading card enthusiasts, this is one of those cards that we throw around the term holy grail or what have you, and this one really does qualify. I consider this to be the single most important modern basketball card ever made. Not exactly saying it's the most valuable. I think most people consider the PMG Green to be a more valuable card, but in terms of what this card represents, this is special. When you take a look at the production, going back to 1997 when it was first made, this is a game used patch card, which was a new idea. This is the first production to ever feature that. And in conjunction with the patch, you also have an on-card autograph and a serial number. All three of those things are generally brand new to the world of trading cards. Nobody had thought of trying to incorporate something like that until the 97 Upper Deck game jersey production came out, and these autograph versions, handwritten serial numbers. In this case, there's only 23 ever made. This one is number 18 of 23. It just represents the future of trading cards, and the fact that it's Jordan, of course, sets a tone, makes it a world-class investment piece in our opinion. We like the card as an 8. I mean, obviously it has wear at the corners. It has a 7.5 corner subgrade, which we don't argue with. But what's neat is that because of the production the way it is, the front of the card has almost a mint or gem mint eye appeal to it, which that combined with the autograph, which is also a Beckett 10, it just means that the presentation of this is world class. You just can't complain. Though the technical grade is accurate, the eye appeal is superior. So we'll go ahead and take a look at technical details here. The front is void of any types of major flaws that we can see. There's a couple almost imperceptible edge chips along this bottom edge. I see that right there. Just the subtlest little chip. The condition of the cardstock around the patch, sometimes that's an area that can see flaws. And then of course the autograph itself, it's free of any significant smudging or flaws, and the fact that it graded a 10 means Beckett agrees it's sort of unimprovable, I suppose. Wear to the corners, it's very typical for the issue. A lot of this occurred in the production itself. This is just how the card was cut, with those die cut rounded edges. Subtle little signs of circulation, nothing too aggressive. Otherwise the back is in fresh overall condition. All told, when you take a step back, you look at this, it's a card that, even for folks who are purists in the vintage realm, there's just certain cards that, regardless of your love of modern, they sort of transcend the modern realm, and they just represent trading cards and the investment potential of those trading cards. This is one of these examples that, regardless of where the market sets the value today, it seems to have a very bright financial future. When people are going to look back to those museum caliber, fine art equivalent type investment pieces, this is a card which has very few competitors. I can't recommend this highly enough. We've been in this game for a long time. This is the first game jersey auto that we've ever handled. That should say something. Not to be overlooked. Comes highly recommended.